Hello, my name is Chia, the president of the Free Trade Union of the Worker of the Kingdom of Cambodia. Thousands workers is member. I can call the strike or demonstration again to the result of the election. We organize the demonstration or strike again to the employers to be increase to be the more way to be improve our working condition. We are strong enough for make trouble for the government.
Was he killed because he was a political activist? Was he killed because he was a trade union? I think all those factors are together in Vichaya.
Yes, he had political clout because he was the leader of a labor movement. What is political clout but the ability to mobilize? And he was well known, and he's very charismatic. All those factors oppose a challenge.
There isn't much of an economy here, really, when you think of it. There's only three pillars: agriculture, which is very vulnerable to drought or flooding; tourism, which is even more vulnerable to instability or terrorism; and then garments. When you have a GDP of, what, 8 billion, and you ship to America almost $2 billion worth of garments, that's an enormous part of the economy. You know, there's, I think, 360,000 garment workers now. And that means each one of them may be taking care of 9 or 10 other people. So do the math, 3-4 million people are dependent upon Gap and Levi Strauss.
Many of the trade unionists are extremely poor people who came to Phnom Penh only because they couldn't make it in their home provinces. And in a country with such grave poverty, you'd think that the interest of any government would be to represent some of the poorest people in the country. Well, the government's clearly aligned with the owners of the garment factories and not the workers. That's been the case since day one.
For sourcing department, it is about profits, and it is where is it cheapest. To say something about like the ethics of a company or the people working there, yeah, in the end, it's for PR reasons. And of course, they want people to have a good feeling when they buy their products. That's okay with me, as long as they make sure that the working conditions on the ground actually improve.
Of course, there are rights that extend beyond that, and those are, of course, the human rights of trade unionists. And part of this is also the right to organize and the right to form free and independent trade unions.
That was part of the whole deal 10 years ago or 12 years ago, was that there would be a right to organize, collective bargaining, all that stuff in order to get the quotas to America.
When you look in Asia, Cambodia ranks among the highest when it concerns violence against trade union leaders.
I think the US, as other countries in the world, look at Cambodia's case as they want Cambodia's case to be the good product of international aid. At this moment, democracy in Cambodia is in trouble. And the world, the community has to recognize that.
What can we do is that we can try to keep up the pressure by keeping the focus on these cases. We can keep the pressure on the Cambodian government.
People, of course, as consumers have a certain power. And although one consumer might not have that much power, but Consumers United have that power.
Clearly, the people of Cambodia deserve better, and they're not getting what they deserve.
the campaign for justice for Vichaya, you know, it still needs to happen. The killers needs to be found and judged. So it's still an unfinished business. Still an unfinished business.